the confidence to speak up. So family was definitely important for me. I was working, I got a call from planning to join Jet Airways. Thankful and grateful to her that I believe that together we used to call each other, have that luck. This job was really meant for me. My dream job as a cabin crew. Never lose on to the opportunity. I am indeed grateful to call center too. I had a lot of savings accumulated these for SpiceJet, Go Airways, Airindia. Time was really worst. Were three of us. कुछ भी नहीं चल रहा था उस वक्त. So we decided to do a fish selling and sell a fish. We used to clean that, आप लोग fish sell कर रहे हो, लगते ही नहीं होते आप लोग fishermen हो या fisherwomen हो. There were no hirings going for aviation ever. I faced rejections in call center. After that, we were dropped directly to the venue. There was a drop arranged from the airport to the venue, and we were asked to get ready quickly so that we can start with the further rounds. And then we started with our second round. That was a group discussion round, and I used to get scared of group discussion round. Early days, मतलब मैं बोलना थोड़ा ऐसा डरती थी. I used to have that stage fear. So for me it was really कैसे करूँ. But somehow I managed and we both cracked the interviews. We both cracked that GD round. That is called group discussion round. The reason I found the confidence to speak up is because इतने ऐसे पड़ाव इतने सालों के बाद इतनी मेहनत पूरी दिख रही थी मुझे, तो ऑफ कोर्स जीतना तो मुझे था ही. Finally we both made through the subsequent rounds and final rounds as well. So there were almost 400 to 500 candidates from different cities, very beautiful faces, and only 10 to 15 limited numbers were selected, and we were both amongst them. Then there came our joining date, and we were sent back to Mumbai. We were asked to just prepare and come back to Delhi for training for 3 months, and we both were given Bangalore base, and we were asked to get 50,000 demand draft. There's a security deposit which we need to pay to the aviation particular airline. So there was a deadline given to us. We had arranged all the ticket and transportation to come back from Mumbai to Delhi again. And when the time of me and Pavitra moving to Delhi, that time there was some issues going in my family. Family member was sick, and that time they needed me the most. I couldn't go there. I had to drop the plan. And for me at that time, since I was homesick as well, and it was important for me to stay with my family, इसलिए मैंने वो choose किया जो required था. That was my family. I definitely requested them that if you could give me a Bombay base or give me some time to join, as I have some priorities that needs to be set up, but no time was given to me, and no Bombay base was given to me because they had a requirement in Bangalore, and that's when they were hiring. So I could understand them as well, so I had to quit. So family was definitely important for me at that time. But it was really heartbreaking for me to think about how much effort I have put in and still couldn't join. However, my friend joined, and I was really happy for her. While I was working, I got a call from Pavitra after a year, and she said, Kush, I have quit Indigo, and I'm planning to join Jet Airways. She had cleared the interviews, and she urged me to give interview for Jet as they are giving Bombay base. I was immensely thankful and grateful to her that she thought of connecting with me again. Then I went for an interview where again 400 to 500 candidates were there, and I was pretty nervous, thinking how I would stand out among so many beautiful girls. But I kept faith and trust until the end. Trust me, at the end, only 9 to 10 candidates were left and selected, and I was one of them. I was so happy, and tears were there. I couldn't believe that me and Pavitra will start working together. We used to call each other lucky buddies. And to be honest, Pavitra was there till the end of my interview. Just like वो बोलते हैं ना, एक पिलर होता है कि हाँ मतलब मैं तेरे साथ डट के खड़ी हूँ. So I'm really happy and thankful. I felt like this job was really meant for me. A dream job as a cabin crew. That's why I never lose on to the opportunity. जब मुझे opportunity मिली मैं गई. मैंने कभी हार नहीं माना. मैंने कभी अपना faith, patience lose नहीं किया ये सोचकर कि नहीं यार मुझे नहीं मिल रहा है. That's why I always say keep trying. Because if I had quit earlier, avoided the opportunity whenever it came, would have remained stuck in the call center. I am indeed grateful to call center too, because that was the place where I learned, I improved my communication, my English. But to be honest, to become a cabin crew was my ultimate dream job. So luckily, Pavitra and me, we both got the same joining date. We had a training for almost 3 months. We had fun. We finished our training. We started flying with flying colors. And it was amazing experience. So initially, we were trained on 737. That is a narrow body aircraft. That is like a chota aircraft. जहाँ पर we normally go to domestic sectors or international, but it's like a turnaround. जहाँ पर जाते हैं and we come back. Like for example, Bombay, Dubai, Dubai, Bombay. So that's like a turnaround. ऐसे ही होते गया. Then we moved on to international sectors. That was another fleet. So this journey began in early 2016 and unfortunately this ended in 2019. Jet Airways got shut down and all the dreams associated with this was shattered again. Felt like there was no purpose left in our lives now as a Jet employees. But I held on to the hope that Jet Airways would return. And at that time, many of my colleagues were joining different airlines. As nobody would survive without money, without any salary, without anything. Everybody wants to, once you have that habit तो छोड़ दो यार. Salary जब आती रहती है तो रुकती है तो बहुत ज़्यादा दिक्कत आती है. But I just kept on waiting, thinking मेरा jet आएगा. But it was unfortunate कि मैंने कहीं और try नहीं किया. I was regretting कि I wasted my time. And Jet Airways was completely seized in March 2019. But I waited until August 2019. We all were called, whoever was waiting like me, we were called that, come and resign and submit all the documents and everything. Luckily, I had a lot of savings accumulated these years. So I used all my savings during those days when I was not working. I was not getting any salary. However, it finally became evident that Jet Airways is not going to come back. Now it's a high time and I have to take a decision of, trying somewhere else. So I started looking for another opportunities in other airlines and I've given interview for SpiceJet, Go Airways, Airindia, and I got through all airlines, luckily. And I chose to join Airindia because SpiceJet and Go Air, they were giving me some other base. Airindia was giving me Mumbai base, which I really wanted. However, the joining process for Airindia was quite slow at that time. And by the time medicals and everything was done, it was in the start of 2020. And we were called to Hyderabad for our training. So we started with our training and in the March 2020, COVID hit. So I remember in March 2020, we got a letter from Airindia saying that we all are laid off because of COVID. It felt like कि पैरों से ज़मीन हट गई क्योंकि ऑलरेडी हम लोग जेट से परेशान होके हम दूसरे एयरलाइंस में जा रहे थे और वहाँ भी कोविड ने हिट किया. तो इट वाज वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट फॉर अस टू सर्वाइव एंड sometimes we used to get some weird thoughts, कि लाइफ में कोई भी पर्पस नहीं है, क्या करना है, क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ थे हमारी फैमिलीज़ के. So from Hyderabad I came to Mumbai and I got to know that there were no airlines hiring because of COVID. There was so much negativity everywhere. People were dying because of COVID attacks. There was no job, no money available. The time was really worst. I remember we were three of us. We were best friends. Both of them had their business shut down. My father also couldn't go to drive a rickshaw. Everything was shut except ration and medicals and hospitals. We decided to do a fish selling and give them home delivery service. We started to deal with a fisherman, and we used to tell the fisherman that we will buy a fish after we get a delivery order, so that we don't have anything extra, like सामने से ज़्यादा ले लूँ और वो फ़िश सेल ना हो तो वो वेस्ट होगा. एंड वी डिडंट वांटेड टू वेस्ट अ पेनी, क्योंकि उस वक्त ऐसा हो रहा था कि बस थोड़े थोड़े पैसे की भी बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत थी हमें, क्योंकि सारा सोर्स ऑफ इनकम मतलब कहीं से भी सोर्स ऑफ इनकम नहीं था. सो मैं फ़ेसबुक एंड व्हाट्सएप पे ग्रुप बनाई. फ़ेसबुक कम्युनिटी में मैंने गई, वहाँ पर पोस्ट करना शुरू किया मैंने. वी यूज़ टू सेल अ फिश, वी यूज़ टू क्लीन, कट एंड पुट इट इन अ फॉइल कंटेनर. एकदम बहुत अच्छा उसको प्रेजेंटेबल बनाते थे. एंड देन वी यूज़ टू सेल फिश. ट्रस्ट मी, इट वेंट रियली वेल. बहुत ज़्यादा स्मूथ गया. बट द ओनली प्रॉब्लम वॉज कभी कभी हम तीन ही रहते थे, तो वी यूज़ टू टेक ऑर्डर्स, वी यूज़ टू गो फॉर द डिलीवरी, तो बहुत ज़्यादा हेक्टिक हो जाता था. बट जस्ट बिकॉज हम रात को तीनों मिल के डिसाइड करते थे कल कैसे प्लान करना है. हम एक दूसरे को देख कर, अपनी फैमिली को देख कर, अपनी फैमिली को फीड करके हमें ज़्यादा सुकून मिलता था. एंड वी यूज़ टू फील येस वी आर डूइंग समथिंग. ये ऐसा एक वेव था, फर्स्ट वेव वॉज सो डेंजरस कि हर कोई अपने घर से बाहर नहीं निकलता था. बट बोलते हैं ना, जिसको ज़रूरत है उसको निकलना ही पड़ता है, और गॉड इज़ ऑलवेज देयर. कुछ नहीं हुआ हमें. जस्ट इमेजिन, हम इतने बड़े वेव में यहाँ वहाँ डिलीवरी करते थे, एक दूसरे से पॉइंट ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट में थे, बट टच वुड कुछ भी नहीं हुआ हमें. Used to arrange for medical passes so that we can step out, वरना तभी के टाइम पे nobody was allowed to walk also, वरना डांडी पड़ती थी पुलिस से. So soon, as I said, we started getting really good orders with the quality of fish we used to provide, and people never used to go out. उनको बाहर नहीं निकलना था, तो they used to order. And sometimes I used to go, to give the order deliveries. बहुत ज़्यादा orders होता था, तो हम तीनों अपने अपने अलग अलग deliveries के लिए चले जाते थे. People used to compliment us that आप लोग fish sell कर रहे हो. It's actually, आप लोग लगते ही नहीं होते आप लोग फिशरमैन हो या फिशर वुमेन हो. तो हम बोलते थे नहीं, हमारा प्रोफेशन कुछ और है. बट बोलते ना, कोविड सब कुछ करा रहा है हमसे. सो इवेंचुअली आफ्टर फर्स्ट वेव एवरीथिंग वॉज गेटिंग सेटल्ड थोड़ा सा. सो पीपल स्टार्टेड विजिटिंग नाउ. अब थोड़ा मैनेजेबल हो गया था. फिर सब बाहर निकलने लगे, उनका बिजनेस वापस से स्टार्ट कर लिया मेरे फ्रेंड्स लोग ने. देन आफ्टर दैट आई स्टार्टेड गिविंग इंटरव्यूज़. तो उस वक्त भी there were no hirings going for aviation industry, but call center hiring chalu tha. However, I faced rejections in call center, even though I had an experience in the past, but I was getting rejected. So thrice I tried and I got rejected.